What up, friends? It's Trainer Joe, and I'm excited to share this food prep hack with you today and show you how, in a short period of time, I can get my 8 meals ready to rock and roll. Splitting with a friend, bought the pre-made quinoa salad from the Costco, uncured bison wieners, also bought from the Costco, pecans I had in the freezer, purchased at the Costco, power greens here, mixing it up for some diversification of my gut biome, and some avocados. Luckily I have a friend. I'll make 4 meals, he'll make 4 meals, and we'll switch halfway. So check this out. So my favorite way to cook my meat is in the cast iron skillet right here. Just kick it on. Throw some, also purchased at Costco, organic virgin olive oil. Get this ready to rock and roll so I can chop the wieners up and throw them on in here. So I like to start cooking the meat first because it can cook while I get all the other stuff ready to rock and roll. I bought an appropriate amount of meat so I can hit my protein intake for the week, and so my teammate Sean can hit his protein intake for the week. My personal protein goals are to try to get 180 grams of protein per day, and I try to keep my carbs under 180 grams of protein a day. Most of my carbohydrates come from fruit, vegetables, sweet potatoes, quinoa. So I cut these up into bite-sized pieces so I can easily throw them onto the salads that I'm about to make. These are gonna be bison burger or bison wiener salads with some pecans. So my carbs are gonna come from the quinoa and the leafy greens. My fats are gonna come from the nuts, the avocado, and the olive oil dressing that I'm gonna make to throw on it. And then my protein is coming from these bison wieners. Why bison versus some of the other options? Well, there's more protein per serving in some bison. So I'm all about economies of scale. And if I can hit my numbers more easily with a certain thing, I'm gonna go for it. And today, because I'm in a time crunch, what I love about these is that the cook time is a lot less. If I'm baking chicken or doing something like that on the grill, it takes quite a bit more time and I have to pay more attention. To throw these into the cast iron skillet, I'm locked, loaded, ready to go, and I'll hit my protein number right away. Cast iron skillet's nice and heated up. I'm just gonna throw these bison wieners in there, get a little bit of a sizzle. And these things can cook while I use my time to get some of the other things ready. All right, all the wieners are cooking. I got my organic power greens. There's 3 different things in here: chard, spinach, kale. Like I said, diversification for the microbiome. My gut health is so valuable and so important to me. I want to get as many different types of quality nutrients as I can per week. That diversification helps me stay healthy, helps me able to digest more easily, and helps my poops. Yes, helps my poops. Turns out pooping is pretty important. You know, there's a book that I read when I was a little kid that everybody does it. So just trying to leverage my diet. This is a huge, just amazing hack. And I'm all about efficiencies so that I can live my best life. Cooking these meals today is probably gonna take me under 30 minutes, and that'll save me so much time over the course of this week. I got my pecans right here. And if I was trying to do something a little bit more specific with my nutrition and cut a little bit, then I might measure all this stuff out. However, I'm really happy with where my body is right now. And my focus nutritionally is, number 1, how do I feel? And what do I mean by how do I feel? How am I sleeping at night? How am I performing in my workouts? How's my energy throughout the course of the day? How are my joints feeling? How's my brain feeling? And so that's the number 1 thing. And then the next thing that I look at is how am I performing? Here's the quinoa salad. Somebody already made it for me. Amazing hack. Amazing ability just to be able to take something someone else has already made and then utilize their time to streamline the value of my time. And sometimes, if I have more time, I enjoy cooking and preparing some of this stuff for myself. And again, because I'm happy with where I'm at nutritionally, I can just eyeball these meals and they're gonna be good enough for me and what my goals and objectives are, currently speaking. And the third thing that I focus on in my nutrition is how do I look? So number one, how do I feel? Number two, how do I perform? Number three, how do I look? At one point in time, I was a lot more focused on how do I look, and that was primarily to gain the approval of others. And what I realized was I'm the one living in my body, so how my body feels is way more important to me now at this juncture in my life adventure than how I look. Granted, I still like to look good, and with where I'm at, I've done this so many times that I can easily put these meals together and the macronutrients will be close enough to make it work. All right, let me go check on the wieners. All right, as you can see, the wieners are still on the way. I was able to do all that other stuff while they're starting to brown up. I believe that these are already somewhat pre-cooked, so I just like to heat them up, warm them up, get them a little bit of caramelization on the outside to help them feel nutritious and delicious. So all the other stuff is ready. These just have to brown up and finish, so I'll make my dressing now. And these are my biggest food prep fans, Mahalo and Aloha. Pups, stay, stay, stay. And they love food prep day. Stay, 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 stay. Because I either drop stuff on the floor or I practice working with them. Free. Good boys, good boys. So now I'm gonna make my dressing. Organic olive oil from Costco, love it. And this will help me get some of my fats for the weeks. Plus it gives me like a great flavor on the salad. Organic balsamic vinegar, also from Costco. You might be noticing a theme here about my love and affinity for Costco. So some of the things that I love about food prep, number one, it saves me time. Each meal that I cook would be about an hour. And so by making all of these meals at once, garlic from Costco, I'm able to capitalize on the economy of scale by doing this. Crushed red pepper from Costco. And then number two, it frees up my ability to think and connect. And I'm able to have more connection with my friends and my family. Some Himalayan sea salt from somewhere other than Costco. And so by getting all this stuff ready for the week, I'm able to be more efficient while I'm training. I'm able to be more efficient while I'm working out. I'm able to be more efficient spending time with my family. And right there, that's good to go. Enough of it to last me a week. Let's check back in on our wieners. Those wieners are looking really good. Let me just mix them up here a little bit with some caramelization. Let's check in on these wieners over here. Also doing really good. Look at that behavior. Look how good those puppies are. Free. Yeah. Wieners eating wiener. Checking in on the wieners. Some of them look ready to rock and roll. Some of them are almost done. So I'm going to start picking out the ones that are done and letting the other ones have a little bit more space so they can catch up. So as you can see, 10 grams of protein per wiener. So I'm going to try to put 3 wieners on each one. Got them all here and just throwing them on so I can just get a little bit here, a little bit there, and I'll get all of this dialed in so it's proportionate so I can hit my macros. This is going to be a lunch with probably right around 30 macros of protein, plus the protein from the pecans, plus the protein from the cheese. So stay tuned. So just wrapping up here, putting the wieners on, And just some side notes here. The quinoa was, I believe, $11 at the Costco. And then these buffalo wieners were, I believe, $13. And I got 2 packages of them, so that's $26 plus $11. Let's just call that $37. The Bourgeon cheese I had from the week before, and I feel like it was $7 for all of these 3. There comes in a pack of 3 at the Costco. And so I'm able to just use a little bit of this. And so that makes each one of these containers of cheese, if it's, just call it $9, makes $3 each. So you can see I'm probably only going to use $1 of it. So now we're up to $38 roughly. And then the bag of avocados, I think this week was about $8. And so I got my avocados there. That one gets a little extra cheese, a little extra fat. Hopefully when I switch with Sean, I get that one, because I do love to get a little extra fat in my diet. And then the leafy greens, I used about 3/4 of the bag, and I think it was $7. So now we're up to $45, call it. The pecans I already had, they're $11, and I probably just used a few dollars worth. Got these for high quality fat. I'm gonna let it cool down a little bit before I put the lid on. I had all of this stuff, so just call that $3 worth of salad dressing. And what else is in there? That's about it. So I'm at $50 roughly for these incredible gourmet meals. And 8 divided by 50, whatever that math works out to be. I think that ends up being 8 divided by 50. Come on, Joe. You used to be an engineer. Well, 8 times 8 is 64. So 8 times 7 is 56. So it's about $7 a meal. And my all-in cook time, I think, I'll have to double check. I'll let you know here in a second. But under $8 a meal right there. Proteins, carbs, fat, delicious, all the colors of the rainbow, and nutritious. All right, so I got it. It's 28 minutes to make all that. I got 2 dirty dishes. I got this cute pup here. Good boy, good boy. I got that cute pup over there. Yes, and I got 8 meals here. I'm excited to see what Sean made for the week. He usually lays it down a little bit more than I do. I'm all about how quickly can I get the macronutrients that I want, need, and desire. Oh, a 3rd dirty dish. So if you like this, let me know if you want more of this. If it was helpful, hit me up, send me some messages on other hacks you might like to learn about for living the wealth of health, mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally, always remembering that you are the answer. Oh yeah, one more hack to doing the dishes. The wieners love to lick up the buffalo wiener juice. Thanks, Pops. So helpful.